Problem 27. What is the average value of y equals x times the square root of 5x squared plus 4 on the interval 0 to 3? And the first thing we need to remember, so average value. Well, we can find the area under this curve by taking the integral of, let's say, the integral from 0 to 3, on this interval 0 to 3, of y dx, so that'll be, and we'll put in the function here, and this will be the area. The average value, I basically divide that, and I'll write it as multiplying by the fraction, but I divide by the length of the interval. 3 minus 0 is 3. So this right here is my formula for the average value. And I'm just going to pull everything together here, so my average value will be 1/3 multiplied by the integral from 0 to 3 of, I have x root 5x squared plus 4 dx. And this right here might look a little difficult. It's actually not going to be too bad. A little bit of u substitution will work. So I look and see that if I have this x, I have the square root. That's not nice. But if I let u equal what's under the square root, I'll get an x in the derivative, and it's going to cancel out with this one. So it'll work out. So let's let u equal 5x squared plus 4. And this means that du dx equals 10x. And I'm going to have to, so I'll put this in for this value right here, but I'm still going to have to replace this dx, so let me solve this for dx. I'll multiply by dx, so du equals 10x dx. Divide by 10x, so I'll get the dx is equal to du over 10x. And now I can bring everything in, and you'll see what happens to this x in front. So we know that this is equal to 1/3 multiplied by the integral. And there are two options here. I'll show you probably the more rigorous, the more valid option. If I go from 0 to 3, so I'm going from 0 to 3 in x's, so x equals 0 will mean that u equals 5 times 0 squared plus 4. We need to actually change our limits here because we're going into sort of u world. 5 times 0 squared plus 4. 0 squared 0, 5 times 0 canceled out, so the lower limit will be 4. And the upper limit, x equals 3, so x equals 3 implies that u will equal 5 times 3 squared plus 4. So let's put in 5 times 3 squared plus 4. 3 squared is 9. 5 times 9 is 45. Plus 4 is 49. Okay, so when I go into this u context here, I'm actually going to have to change my limits to have them go, instead of from 0 to 3, I have them go from 4 to 49. And I'll leave the x in for now, multiplied by the square root of u, because I can replace this 5x squared plus 4 with the u, multiplied by, I'm going to replace the dx with du over 10x. Okay, now I see I have this x, I have this divided by x, they're gone. I always like bringing any constants out, and I have this constant 10, so I'll bring that out to the front. And let's see, and I'll rewrite this u as, or the square root of u as u to the 1/2. So this gets me to 1 over 3 times 10 is 30, multiplied by the integral from 4 to 49, it's getting pretty ugly, of u to the 1/2 du. And now that's really pretty easy. I have a power function right here, so I add 1 up here, divide by that, so just running out of room, so I'm going to get that's equal to 1 over 30. If I add 1 to 1/2, I get, so I'll put multiplied by u to the 3/2. Looks like a 4 to the 3/2. Let me clean that up a little bit. U to the 3/2 divided by 3/2. So that's the same as multiplied by 2/3. So 2u to the 3/2 over 3. I'm going to evaluate that from 4 to 49. Okay, so let's see what happens. A few things are going to reduce down for me, and I have to figure out what this is. So the 2 and the 30 goes down to a 1/15. Times 3 gives me 45. And I'll have to do something with this. So let me bring this all over here. Got some room. Okay, so I'll end up with 1/45 multiplied by, and I can do the u part separately. I can bring stuff out and in constant multiples. So I'll have u to the 3/2 evaluated from 4 to 49. And we can evaluate this down, so I still have a 1. So I see I'll put an equals. I'll put an equals. I still have a 1 over 45. This will be 49 to the 3/2. Minus 4 to the 3/2. (49 to the 3/2). Okay, I take the square root of 49 and I get 7. And 7 cubed, well, 7 times 7 is 49. Times 7 again, that's almost 350. It's 343. You can do it longhand if you really have to. So that's going to be equal to 1 over 45 times 343 minus, let's see, the square root of 4 is 2, cubed is 8. 343 minus 8 is going to give me 335, so I'll have 1 over 45 multiplied by 335. Okay, I don't see it there yet. We've got some reducing to do, and these are kind of ugly numbers, but hey, it'll work. 335 divided by 45. Obviously, they both have factors of 5, so let's take those out. Okay, let's divide out the 5 from the top and the bottom and see what we get. So let's see, the bottom's really easy to do. That's just going to be 9 on the bottom. 335 divided by 5. Okay, well, let's see. If I do this, 300 divided by 5 is 60. 35 divided by 5 is 7, so that's going to be 67. And if you can't do it in your head, just make your little division black box thing, put a 5, put a 335, and just go at it. You'll get the answer. And hey, answer A. We did it correctly.